Hey there, I'm Meg, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to organize your Flodesk account. Now, if you're not sure why you'd want to organize Flodesk, let me tell you why. So I'm going to show you how to organize your emails, your forms, as well as your segments. And let's use forms as the example. So let's say that you have a bunch of opt-in forms on your website. You have forms in your footer, you have pop-ups, you have embedded forms. If you have a lot of these forms, and let's say you want to go back to edit one, you're going to have a lot of pages to go through to find that form. So by organizing them into folders, it is so much easier for you to track them down. So if you haven't already created your Flodesk account, be sure to use code MissMegabug at checkout. It will save you 50% every month for life. 50%, which is pretty awesome. So use code MissMegabug and get started. And once you have your Flodesk account, I will meet you over there. Okay, I'm gonna shrink. Here we are. So when you log into Flodesk, it plops you onto the emails page. And there are two different ways to organize your emails. I'm going to show you the way that I use first, and then the other method, which is the same method that we're going to use for pretty much the rest of this tutorial. So as you're going through my emails, you can see that there is some consistency with how I do things. And I'm actually thinking of changing, and I'll tell you why. So right now, I have one email list, but a year ago, I had three. I had in-person classes here at the studio, so I had a list specifically for those events. And then I also had a list for photography tips, and then my business and marketing tips, which is what you see here. So how I organize my emails is I named them the list name, and then I send out this newsletter weekly. So it's the month that it goes out, the year, as well as what week. So for example, this newsletter was sent out the 5th week of June. So that helps me keep things chronologic. However, I am thinking, because I only have the one list, and it would make it much easier for me to find my emails, because when you see your emails in Flodesk, they're not organized based on how they sent per se. They're organized based on when you modified them. So let's say that you went back into an email that sent a few months ago and you were to click on it. Flodesk may consider that you modified it and it would send it higher up on the first page. So I don't like that. So to make it easier on myself, let's say that this newsletter sent out on June 28th. I am planning on changing my strategy to look like this. So when I go through my emails, I see the date that it sent out, and then I can also see the list name. So that is one method for organizing your emails. I recommend doing it no matter what, even if you do the second method. So the second method is to organize your emails into folders. Now, your folders could be your different lists. It could also be different offers. So you could have a folder for sales specifically. You could have a folder for launches specifically. So once you figure out what folders you want, here is how you use them. On any email, you're going to click this ellipsis here. You're going to click Organize, and then Add to Folder. So I don't currently employ this method for my emails. I'll show you how it looks more on the forms section, but it's pretty straightforward. You would create a new folder if you're starting from scratch, and then once you go to organize your emails, you would see your folders here. You would choose which folder you want it to go in, and there you go. So now I am going to show that method a little bit more in detail over on the forms section. So here on forms, you can see that I have quite a few different forms. I have 4 pages worth of forms. And I'll tell you why. So you can see that they're structured a little bit differently. I have this simple type of form, which is on my freebies page. So we're going to head on over. It's missmegabug.com/freebies if you're interested in grabbing any of these. And I have just a simple photo. This is the text on my website. And then this is the form here. Super simple, super straightforward. Whereas an embedded form that I use for my pages like this one, this is on the freebie specific page. So on this page, I have all of my freebies in one place to make it super easy for people to access them. And then let's say that I linked to a specific freebie on a YouTube tutorial or something. For example, this is my Canva brand guide template. This form here is a little bit bigger, and this form actually has the text. And then the final form that I have, actually not the final one, I lied. I have a footer type form, which I make white, and then I also have pop-ups. So I'll show you how they're organized. I have them in folders here. So I have the freebie page forms, the footer forms. You can't really see them because the text is white. And then I also have my freebie landing page forms. And then I don't have my pop-ups organized because I only have one pop-up. So again, just to reiterate how you organize forms into folders, anything into folders, you click this ellipsis here, organize, add to folder. And my current folders are here. If you wanted to add one, you would just click create new folder, type it, enter, and there you go. And you can organize forms, anything, into multiple folders. So this I could put in freebie page and freebie landing pages, which is pretty snazzy. So the last place that we're going to organize is our segments, which is our lists here in Flodesk. And I am going to head directly to that segments page because if I click audience, you're going to see everybody in my email list, and I like to keep people's information private. So here in segments, we have all of my lists. So you can organize your lists by renaming them. And then you can also change the color. So if you wanted to organize specific subscribers, so let's say you want to add them to different lists or remove them from lists, you would head on back to all subscribers and then you would see the full list of people. You can click the checkbox next to them, or you can find a specific subscriber. So that's what I did. I ended up searching for my name specifically to keep everybody else's email addresses private. Now remember, before we do this, you cannot, it is actually illegal to add people to different lists without their permission. But let's say that let's say that you had an opt-in form at your place of business, a physical form, and somebody wrote in their email address. And if they're already on one of your lists, but then they physically wrote their address on that form and want to be on another list, this is what you can do. So you would click the checkbox next to their name. And again, if you are under all subscribers and you can see everybody, you would see all of the email addresses and you would just check, 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 check. You can unsubscribe or you can add to segment. And then you would click the list. Let's just do that and then save. And if you'd like to remove somebody from a list, you have to either click their name and then unsubscribe, which unsubscribes them from all of your lists, or you click on their name specifically, go to segments and data, and then just X out the specific list that you want to remove them from. So that is how you organize your Flodesk account. I have a bunch of other awesome Flodesk tutorials that I will link to down below, including how to get set up on Flodesk, how to send your first email, how to create a welcome sequence, a form, all that good stuff. And I also have this awesome Canva tutorial on how to create that hard copy opt-in form that I kind of alluded to earlier. And there is also a free template that goes with it. So I will link to them down below. If you're looking to learn even more about email marketing, including how to get subscribers and what to send in your email list, check out my online mini course, Expand with Email. That is also linked down below. If there is anything specific you would like to learn, please let me know in the comments so I can make you a tutorial. In the meantime, I hope this video helped and I will see you in the next one.